Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming back today. This is going to be a little special today. Talking about this kite. This kite last night become all retrograde. Talking about Mercury retrograde is on the bottom, which is your communications to reevaluate, to receive what you're hearing, to re-talk to yourself, to reset yourself, and to relearn how to talk to yourself. All that is with retrograde Pluto, which is you to retransform, reinnovate, reinvent yourself here on Earth. Then we have a Neptune that is on the top of the kite, which is you to revise everything within internal visions within yourself of the mysteries of the world. And on the other side, we have last night Uranus that turns retrograde. This is a powerful timing right now on Earth. And talking about this is we have Mercury retrograde in Virgo, we have Pluto in Capricorn, we have Uranus there is in Taurus. But the whole part on the top of it is in Neptune, there is in Pisces. And that is it about clarify the visions, to remove what we learned, to re-see what we have not seen, to look at it within the unseen to be saw. And there's going to be this a lot of awakening that it's coming in right now, because a lot of the people, the gravity that it comes into up here, this gravity, it is a very powerful. This gravity is going to be changing people's mind. You may going to see a lot of people awakening, and this is going to be like the greatest awakening of all time in there, because the whole gravity is shifting within looking at on our consciousness, what we have not communicated, what we have not changed, why we don't get these messages before from the destiny, from this universe guidance, and are we were blind from others, and so on and so on. Let me tell you something else though. Within a year from now, okay, the same kite, Venus is gonna be there. The same kite is gonna be made by Venus, by Pluto, by Neptune, and Uranus. And we're talking about year 2024. In a year 2025, there's going to be a similar situations in there, but this time we are going to begin to have this within the air signs. And let me tell you what, all this that we are doing it right now is going to shift the vibrations in the air, because we are going to have one of the things moving in there. Mars is also going to be at Libra. Okay, we are going to have the same kite made by Saturn, which is going to be joining Neptune in the beginning of life, in the 0 degrees of Aries. We're going to have Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius, and we're going to have Uranus at 1 degree of Gemini. What are you going to do today? And that revaluations, the effect is going to be felt within the next 2 years. And you're going to see it because these energies that are coming in right now, if you build things right within your mind, coming in from the subconscious of what you need to do, your downloads of what you need to get in there, is going to be paid off. Why? It's going to be some divine energies that are going to be playing in 2 years from now. But this kite is going to begin to fly. That is the power of age of Aquarius. That is a coming in. And when you look at it next year, exactly around, who is going to be controlling all this? Instead of Mercury, who is also going to be retrograde in a year from now, but it's going to be a retrograde in Leo. But in a year from now, Venus is going to be ruled out. Venus that's going to be walked out of Libra, of Virgo, and it's going to enter Libra. The power of love is going to be doing this. But where is the love right now? Is in retrograde. It is ruling that to readjust, evaluate the power of love. What is the power of love within you guys? Hopefully this is going to help you, because this is a very powerful times right now. And the inner work, you're going to see a lot of people awakening. If you see people awakening and they're searching for help, please help them. So that's my message for you. You to look at it within those energies. Very beautiful, very powerful times we are living in. So with that being said, I'm going to go through the daily report up here. 6 o'clock is the rising energies there. They're opposing Saturn. You're going to be seeking the limitations within. The midheaven is going to be with Uranus, the focus of that. Something shifted. You may feel during this shift like sudden changes. I'm tired of this. And you go to sleep. Your sleeping patterns are in there. Why? Because right now you have to get this relaxing state, and that it's coming from all this retrograde kite. This retrograde kite is powerful. Don't doubt that energies of this kite, of this moment, especially that Mars is in that first degree of Libra. You're going to feel these energies of love. You're going to feel what the future is coming there. Because in a year from now, Venus is going to be in exact the same place. You're going to know about this. You already knew about it. All you have to do is set your mind. Your mind is going to begin to override the things within you, and that mind is going to be performing. It may take you now, it may take you in a year, it may take you two. But that is going to be filled, because in about 2 years, the vibrations are going to move. And they're going to move. They're going to be filled within the air. Beautiful things coming, guys. Beautiful things are coming. So talking about this in there, if you guys want to have a chat about this 2 years, let me know in the comments below. But talking about it, 7 o'clock, the energy is going to be a little bit more intense, because it's squaring Mercury retrograde at some point between 7 and 8 o'clock. You may going to feel this intensity about friendshipness, friends, and so on. You might reevaluate the friendshipness, but that is the friendshipness within you. Are you your best friend? Are you suppressing yourself? Are you not permitting yourself to be happy? Look inside of you, because when you begin to look and reevaluate yourself, you may find out something else. Some of the BS, you did it to yourself because of old programming, because of not knowing things, or because of not understanding what life is. And this is why this powerful retrograde is going to be kicked in. The ascendant is together at 8 o'clock with Mercury retrograde, and that is going to be really show you the problem. But that doesn't mean that you have to stick with the problem, stick within these energies. Because later on in the next hour, midheaven goes into a Cancer. That is going to be about these family energies. And ascendant is going to be together with Mars. It's going to be crossing over there. Mars is in that positions within the kite. So those two kites made by Mercury and Mars right now, powerful times. You to take the power of changing and readjusting yourself. So later on at 10 and at 11 o'clock, the energies are going to be shifting from the good side within the family, is to see what is preventing this within. Midheaven, it's going to be at 6 degrees of Leo, but that is going to be creating this divine yacht with Saturn. It's going to be like, you see, your ego was suppressing you, your own self, your own egoistic lower self was preventing you with this. What are you going to do about it? I'm going to look to the mysteries that I have not learned. Why I have not learned? What was the reason of not learned? Why was I not doing this? Because Saturn is retrograde. He sends you back. Go ahead and relearn what you need to learn. He's the greatest teacher in there. A lot of the people we were talking about yesterday with Paulina, and I explained it to her. Mars is teaching you certain, Saturn is teaching you certain things. Let's say Saturn is right now is going to teach you on math, but the next year is going to teach you on physics. But this year, you get in a math test and you doing the physics test, and Saturn says, "Well, you're not going to happen." You know, like what happens? Why these restrictions? Because you're not in alignment with what you have to perform of what you study. That's what this is. So at 12 o'clock, midheaven goes into 21 degrees of Leo. That is going to be intensified. This Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo situations in there. The moon, it is about this degrees, 16 degrees of mid size of Aquarius. We have another sign. We have 12 degrees Venus. We have at 15 degrees Uranus, and the ascendant is at 12 degrees. So that issues that we've been talking about, this Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius situations, is going to be coming in to remind you of what this is all about. You to understand that is at some point you have to be flexible, liquid, not just stubborn. Because all those four zodiac signs are stubborn. Taurus is stubborn of the things that wants to have within the material world. Leo is stubborn because they don't want to change themselves. Scorpio is stubborn because they don't want things to be exposed, but they want others to be exposed, but they don't do it to themselves. The stubbornness of like, it's gotta be my way, I'm the warrior. And I look at it, the Aquarius is like, I'm the rebel. You think you're gonna change me? I'm stubborn in that revolution. When I look at it within this, you building through all this a stable base, but at the same time, you have to learn to be balanced and flexible. And now is the best time to be balanced and flexible because Mars is in Libra. Pretty much everything right now is retrograde. The only thing that right now is not retrograde, basically, that is Uranus and Mars. I mean, Jupiter and Mars. But Jupiter is preparing to be a stationary. As the same thing, Venus is about preparing to become a stationary as well. So what's going to happen? There's going to be at least 2 days when a Venus is going to be stopped. So is Jupiter. Venus is still going to be retrograde. She's going to move direct, and then Jupiter moves retrograde. Talking about the growth from within and beginning to rebuild the love, create actions of rebuilding the love. What did you learn about it? And this today, this is a very special moment of times. So at 1 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with the sun, of course, facing your limitations. You can't escape this. It is what it is. If you stubborn to, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to be, you're now learning lessons. That's all I can tell you about that. Talking about 2 o'clock energy, midheaven, it's going to be in a very beautiful positions, pretty close between Mercury and Mars. And that is going to be telling you, here's your answers. You have to go ahead and reevaluate everything in life. Please take time around 2 o'clock to be doing the right things from within yourself. So at 3 o'clock there, the energies are going to be very beautiful. They are going to be balanced. The midheaven goes into a Libra, is going to be coming together and joint Mars at these positions. Beautiful time to reevaluate yourself. 4 o'clock is going to be a very powerful. There is going to be a midheaven at 25 degrees of Libra. Beauty. There is a yacht all over the place in there. You're going to have this yacht between retrograde Uranus and the retrograde Neptune. You see what you have to do. And Mars is going to be opposing these visions. It's like, what am I not seeing? You're opposing something that it's in the unseen. But it is the same time you learn how to see. Who is taught you how to see? Saturn. Saturn taught you how to see the unseen. All you have to do is change yourself. That's what Mars trining the retrograde Pluto, it helps you to this change. You to remember it. It's like, I have to go back. That's what triggers all this. Beautiful powers, guys. Beautiful, powerful times. So here it's coming at 5 o'clock. That is, again, this energies between Scorpio, Moon, and Jupiter, Uranus, and Venus situations. In there is to remind you about the Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius situations in. But look at it within that. Venus is going to begin, not Venus, but the Moon, it's begin to have divine energies with Mercury retrograde. You're going to get the downloads, what you need to do in the age of Aquarius. Be mindful what you have within about 15th till like 26 degrees of Aquarius. You're going to feel those energies. If your moon is somewhere else out there, you're going to know those energies. You're going to get these downloads that you need. And this is beautiful divine timing. Talking about these revolutions that needs to heal. Is you. You are that revolutions, but you have to listen to your intuitions. So later on at 6 o'clock, that is going to be the end of this Scorpio hours. Midheaven is at 26 degrees of Scorpio. That is going to be squaring the moon and Saturn. But it's going to be open up the energies towards Mars and Pluto. It's like, okay, I don't want to see this conflict anymore. I'm tired of this conflict. I want to see what I can do for it. What I'm going to be fighting with. How about fighting within me and remove everything that it's clutter? So later on at 7 and 8 o'clock in there, there's going to be this intense energies. Pay attention more to the 8 o'clock, because at 8 o'clock, midheaven is at 24 degrees of Sag. That is going to be square Mercury retrograde, that opposing Neptune, T square, but at the same time, it does the same thing to Mars. How about you don't get angry? How about you don't get agitated? How about you not getting this? How about you calm down from within and let the universe handling these unpleasant things? Could you do that? But could you do that to yourself? You may give an advice to somebody, they to calm down and chill out and so on. How about you do this advice to your own self? Beautiful, isn't it? But it's hard. So the beauty from within you is developing yourself. So 9 o'clock, it's coming. The midheaven, it's at 8 degrees of Capricorn. There is a trine with the sun. There is a sextile with Saturn. And that is going to help the authorities to see on Earth what needs to be done for the proper visions from within you. So as we're talking about 10 o'clock, the 10 o'clock is actually getting to that energy as about a week ago. We had this 11 o'clock energy. It's coming, but now it's 1 hour early. We're getting this kite again, this beautiful kite again energy. It's like, man, I did this work. I'm happy of what I'm doing. I want to do more. And now by getting at this retrograde kite, continue to do it as much as you can, but don't overdo it. Don't overexhaust it yourself, because if you exhaust yourself, you won't be able to do the things that you need to do. And the energy at 11 o'clock is going to be a little bit more interesting, because as the moon moves in Aquarius, the moon is going to begin to square Jupiter and Uranus at this point. It's going to be like people's going to be fighting with I don't like this Uranus. I don't like this growth. I don't like the way things are. I don't like these sudden changes. I'm tired of it. I want something stable. Nothing grows in a comfort zone, or if you're stuck to a one position. And like it or not, we are evolving. So might as well enjoy the ride. All right, guys, because the beautiful things are coming. Thank you guys for watching the report. And come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Be loved, guys.